Consider the many people you have interacted with throughout your career. Now imagine the ability to develop your relationships more successfully and the effect that would have at your experience in your workplace. The success of a company is defined by its employees and their ability to develop relationships with one another. According to an article, Why Relationships in the Workplace Matter More Than You Think, the quality of these connections can have a major effect on a company loyalty, job satisfaction, productivity, and more. When employees have strong relationships in the workplace, you're more likely to see pro-social behavior like collaboration and camaraderie occur. Employees are more likely to feel a stronger sense of loyalty to their company and each other, and perceive more psychological value in their daily work. When people with different opinions and approaches work together, it is inevitable that conflict will arise. Good communication allows people to work together effectively. However, relationships between individuals have to be built and maintained before the right communication can take place. There are 4 key concepts you can implement which allow you to build long-lasting, successful relationships. Those are engagement, vulnerability, true curiosity, and connecting. We're going to discuss those today. The beginning of any relationship starts with engagement. Engagement is our first concept. There are 2 types of people in the world, those you know and those you don't know yet. To build and strengthen relationships, the first step is developing the distinctions of engaging with people you meet, those you don't know, and to greet, the ones you do know. As human beings on a human level, how do you acknowledge someone as a human being? Well, it's quite simple. It's just about making eye contact, smiling and standing in an inviting and confident posture, and introducing yourself with a firm handshake. When it comes to people you already know, you should be willing to take the first effort to acknowledge them. For example, on Monday morning, taking the time to greet a colleague in the same way you do when you meet someone new, with eye contact, a smile, an inviting and confident posture, and this leads them to believe that you're engaged and that you're genuinely interested in their answer. In effect, taking these actions builds trust, lets each person feel comfortable, and creates a positive experience. Throughout this process, it is important to maintain a level of vulnerability. Vulnerability is our second concept. Vulnerability is the act of being completely open with someone, raw and without pretense. And communicating from a vulnerable way of being is essential to form genuine relationships because you are open and without judgment. According to an article, Why Being Vulnerable is the Key to Intimacy, vulnerability here does not mean the act of being weak or submissive. To the contrary, it implies the courage to be yourself. Although being vulnerable in today's society may have a negative connotation, it is the aspect of combating arrogance and self-doubt, not thinking that you are better than or less than the other person. Everyone is on the same level, allowing interactions to be true and authentic. Remaining vulnerable in engagement interactions gives you a reputation that can be trusted and respected. The next concept is true curiosity. Practicing true curiosity during engagements is what we're going to explore. To further develop our relationships with others, we can practice true curiosity. In the workplace, it is inevitable that you will interact with people coming from all walks of life that you might think that you don't have anything in common with. When you are truly curious, this creates a sincere conversation and an opportunity to learn more about that person. When it comes to someone you're meeting for the first time, try to find something about that person that you find genuinely interesting. Take a look at this image here. First, you want to think about who is most likely for you to find something in common with and how you would start a conversation with them, and vice versa, someone that you may not have any common, right off the bat, have any common things that you'd have in common with them, but you try to find something that you can at least appreciate on some level. Use this as a strategy to initiate a sincere conversation and an opportunity to learn more about them. Or when it's someone that you already know, instead of asking them like, did you have a good weekend? Ask them, what did you do this weekend? This requires more than just a one-word answer, giving you the ability to ask more questions. Practice is crucial when it comes to being truly curious. This will require developing a set of go-to, truly curious, open-ended questions as a part of your dialogue. This gives you the confidence and the ability to remain vulnerable during these interactions because you do not want to seem like you're interrogating that person or being disingenuous. Using the information you've learned through the true curiosity process will help you discover something about that person that you have in common or you appreciate. Creating a connection, which is the final concept. The ability to connect with someone on a deeper level allows us to feel a part of something bigger than ourselves. We make connections through common values, interests, and appreciations. True curiosity is how we discover those things that we might have in common or can appreciate about another person. For example, I do not walk around with a sign displaying my younger love for Harry Potter, my love for Harry Potter when I was younger, or my interest in astrology. Only after engaging with me through vulnerability, practicing true curiosity, would you be able to learn aspects of who I am and find something that we may have in common. The common interest, value, or appreciation that we share ultimately connects us, creating the beginnings of a relationship based on something real and on a human level. And with continuing to maintain that relationship, that connection will successfully create a long-lasting relationship. In conclusion, once you have developed the distinctions of engagement through meeting and greeting people, vulnerability and staying open without judgment, practicing true curiosity by asking those open-ended questions, and connecting, you'll be able to build and maintain long-lasting relationships no matter if you are tackling a new project or overcoming conflict with your team. Having established these relationships will not only increase the success of the company, but your overall work experience.